Alright, welcome back to Keshi's TV Plus. Like Keshi's TV Plus. When you subscribe, we subscribe channel no. Now yeah, the soccer action of 90 minutes plus at that time and I put match conference in our super say the money say enjoy the game. But share link you know or like video no so the Maya. Yeah, that's it.
Come.
Thank you very much.
Back-to-back victories for your team. Ahead of this game, how has the atmosphere in training been like?
As usual, we are taking this match as one of the games that we always play as a tough game because any club play against Kumasi Kotoko is always prepare hard to come and prove to them to everybody that yes, whilst they are playing the other clubs, they are also ready, or they are also equally can play in Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So everybody is preparing towards that. So whenever we are going to meet any club as well, we always do our homework very well, especially playing with Legon Cities. We know the records. Last year here they beat us 3-1, and we don't expect same to happen. So looking at this particular record, we have prepared towards that particular today's encounter to also redeem the image of the club.
Last time you played here, you were nearly stunned by a wonderful performance from Samatex. You are up against a very well-drilled side, like you said, in Lagos Cities. What does your team need to avoid if they are to pick all 3 points?
Well, we have been playing well, like I always say. We play well, especially when we are playing home here. Tactically, we are well prepared. We have corrected all our mistakes. We expect to create more chances here and then make good use of them, because usually we don't create the chances and we don't make good use of them, and then we sit back and then we concede a goal first. We find it very difficult to come back. But with this, we have worked on that particular one. I must be rather short, because talking to our forward and our midfield, usually they create that particular chances and they don't make good use of them. We expect and pray that they play well today, make good use of that particular chances, so that whatever thing that happened against Samates will not happen or will not repeat today.
Going to your starting 11, you've made 4 changes to the team that won at Takwa. Won't that affect the team performance?
We always prepare the players together. We believe all of them are equally ready to play this particular match. They all have the standard. That is why they play in Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So with this, anybody who is there and who is there to play, we all give the person the opportunity to play. We hope that whatever thing that we do at the training, if they are able to execute it here, definitely we are going to end up with the 3 maximum points.
And lastly, before you go, your player Nicholas Mensah is in tremendous form. Ahead of this game, is he the game changer for your side?
Well, I will not say a game changer, but he's a calm player who always exploit when he get the opportunity. And we expect him to do the same thing like what he has been doing. We expect him to repeat the same thing today, because we have watched the clips of Legon Cities. We know where we can pass, and then we get our the 3 maximum points, or the goals that we expect to get here. Like I said, we want to redeem the image. Was last year we lost 3-1 here, and we don't expect the same thing to repeat here again. So what we have watched and then what we are also coming out with, I believe strongly that Mensah is going to get the same pattern, is going to get the same rhythm that he always have, or the potential that he always have, in order to make use of it this afternoon.
We wish you all the luck.
Thank you very much.
Coach Maxwell Kunedu, we are grateful for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Last season you won here, and then you are up against the defending champions today. We saw the performance you put up last week, and you said it is a good performance to take to Kumasi. How determined are your boys for this fixture?
Yeah, I mean, as you rightly said, even by the name Asante Kotoko is a motivation for any team in the country. Having said that, we have prepared the boys, and coming from that 2 goals that we won at home, I think the motivation in camp is very high. Not to say that we are going to be overconfident, knowing the opponent we are coming up against. We are cautiously, coming here to fight for the 3 points. That's what we came to do.
It's all about scoring and making sure your converting rate is very high. You are parading around change 11, the team that won against Accra Olympics. Your 3 striking force is Jonah Tukwe, Kofi Koji, and of course Alex Eso. They put a lot of work in that game which you won against Olympics. Surely they must be up on their game if they are to get goals in this one.
Yeah, when we started, we were creating the chances all right, but we were not able to convert them. But we work on it over and over again and until they started coming. So we're going to do nothing, just what we've, prepared ourselves from the training grounds. That's what we're going to demonstrate here. If it works for us, we will really appreciate that.
Kotoko are undefeated at home this season. I'm sure you've seen some weaknesses.
Yeah, we have watched the team, and I think the past games that they won, they have been winning through individual brilliance, and as a team, we think that they are still struggling here and there. I think that is what we're going to capitalize on and play against their weakness and try to get something out of it. If it works out for us, we know that individually they are good, but as a team, they are yet to get to their normal form. But Kotoko being what it is, they can, come up with a surprise anytime, any day. So let's just wait until the referee starts the game.
Well, we wish you all the luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. So here are the two coaches who have shared their thoughts. The first coach was Ghazali, the assistant coach of Kotoko, and then of course Maxwell Kunedu, who is the head coach of Legon City Sister.
Yeah, I was listening to Ghazali, and he was very emphatic that they know that they've been creating the chances, and their problem has always been how to get the goals. Yeah. And that is one key thing that, according to him, they've really worked on. So headed into this game, we will look forward to how, indeed, the kind of work that they've done on the boys in terms of getting the goals up front has been, whether it's efficient now or perhaps it's going to be very effective for them. And then to Maxwell Kunedu, on the other hand, who was also quite, reiterated the fact that he has indeed studied the team of Kotoko, and then he has realized that they have the individual brilliance, but working as a team, it's one of their weaknesses that he will have to sort of capitalize on heading into this game. So being able to see quite what indeed each of the teams have as their deficiency is what is going to help them, because you work on your strength that you have and you work on the weakness, and it's going to be quite a difficult game.
Right, but Coach, Maxwell Kunedu was quite conservative. It's usually coming with some of his interviews, but has his thoughts in his mind.
Of course, last season he told them after the game that, look, the Kotoko main person was Fabio Gama. So we played Fabio Gama out, Kotoko were nowhere to be found. And that's exactly what he was talking about. Kotoko goals that they've scored, he thinks that is an individual brilliance, but not as a team work a performance for them to get that goal. But I believe that this is a game that both teams have watched each other, because Ghazali spoke that we've watched their tape. Maxwell is talking that we've watched their matches. But there are new players that have been introduced in today's game that I'm sure were not in those previous matches, like the of Shadrach Adu, who is now starting for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Maybe he's going to make a difference because he's playing in the absence of Richmond Lante. We talk of Zeze and of course Richard Brodu Agadas. Probably he's going to... Maxwell Kunedu is having the player called Alex Aso, yes, a former Inter-Allies player, very speedster, very good player, and of course a former Olympics left back called Osei Bonsu. So I think that both coaches have really studied each other, but at the end of the day, which players are going to adhere to whatever the technical team are going to tell them, and which team is going to take the chances. Both teams are going to create chances, but of course I expect Kotoko to create more at home. But as to whether they'll be able to put the ball at the back of the net, as Ghazali said, it's another team together. Let's wait till the referee starts the game.
Let's wait till the referee starts the game. It's getting closer to the start of the game as the players are getting into their paces ahead of the start of the match. But Esther, we're getting closer. But what do you expect at the end of, if you like, the first half? What do you think we are going to see from both sides?
We are going to see quite a very beautiful game, because the pitch is there to help the two teams involved, because usually when they play on the pitch, it's not too good. not been allowing us to see quite the beauty of the game itself. So I'm expecting to see an open game whereby both teams creating the chances, both teams trying to ensure that they get in the goals, because that is what the game is all about, getting the goals and then ensuring that the result works in your favor. But even if we don't get any goal at all, at least in the first half, we should be able to have at least a goal in the first half.
Coach, your expectations?
I expect a goal in this half, but it's difficult to know which team is going to score, especially in the first 45. I expect a goal in the first 45 minutes, but as to which team is going to score, it's a difficult one for me.
But how do you expect Kotoko to shape up in the game, and Lagos Cities to shape up? Is it going to be a midfield battle? Are Kotoko going to take the game to Lagos Cities?
Yeah, I've already indicated Kotoko are going to make sure that they take control of the midfield with Justice Blay and of course Enoch Morrison, where I think it's going to be difficult for them. That is probably the reason why they are going to use Nicolas Mensah and George Ifedi on the lines. So probably they are going to press from the flanks. That is what I expect Kotoko to do. And of course, Stephen Makwela will put a lot of pressure on the centre back of Lagos Cities. That is Mohammed. That is the centre back for them. That is the centre back for Lagos Cities. It's definitely going to be a wing play for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But in the middle, Justice Blay would love to block them. And of course, we talk of Lagos Cities. Maxwell have got two speedsters on the flanks, Alex Asso and of course Jonah Atukwe. So it's also going to dawn on whether John Titegu is going to search forward and leave his back open, or Augustin Japan is going to search forward. So it's going to be very tactical. But I expect both teams to use the wing play at the same time try to manage the midfield.
All right, we are getting closer, gradually getting closer to the start of the game. Here's Baba Yara Stadium. Do remember that if Lagos Cities are able to pick up a win in this game, they close the gap on Kotoko. It will just be goal difference between them. And so Lagos Cities have 10 points. Asante Kotoko have 13 points. If Lagos Cities win, they come to 13 points. If Kotoko win, they go on top of the log with 16 points. That's until after the league leaders Accra Lions play tomorrow against Hearts of Oak. So let's join the feed at the Babaya Stadium as our team of commentators give us soothing commentary for Kotoko versus Lagos Cities.
Sports Stadium, where we're bringing you our continuing coverage of the Ghana Premier League, powered by Bet's Power. My name is Brenton and I'm here with Okjuda Champon. This afternoon is second place Asante Kotoko taking on Lagos Cities, who are placed on the 6th position on the league log. It's the Porcupine Warriors taking on the Royals here this afternoon, Jude.
Yeah, it's a very big game for Lagos Cities. Last season they won here by 3-1 against the Portland Warriors. And Maxwell Kurodo is brimming with confidence. We saw Lagos Cities play brilliantly well against Accra Olympics in their last home game. And to bring that form in this game is going to be a very, very mouth-watering clash. But Kotoko are up. Don't forget they won from away in Takwa, and they are brimming with a lot of confidence ahead of this fixture.
Teams are ready. Officials led by the match commissioner and of course the center referee and assistants will lead the two teams onto the field of play. In a minute we'll be telling you the positional play of the players in terms of the team. We'll also be telling you what the coaches have said in line with what they expect on the field of play here this afternoon. But the weather is very fine. It is a hot afternoon here in the Garden City of Kumasi. Kumasi Asante Kotoko have made changes to the team, and of course we'll let you know who's in and who's out. But of course for Lagos Cities, they're coming up in this game against the same quality, against the same the energy that they played against Accra Great Olympics the last time around at the El Wak Park. Kotoko are sporting their traditional all-red outfit, and Lagos Cities will be playing in the yellow colors this afternoon. Let's take a look at the gentleman to do formation for Kotoko. It's a typical 4-2-3-1 formation with Stephen Mukwala up ahead, but we have John Tedeku operating on the left, Ejipong on the right. Frederick Asare will be in goal in place of Dan Lad, who's on national duty. Enoch Morrison and Justice Blay will hold the fort in midfield for the Porcupine Warriors. This clearly means that there's going to be an all-attacking, all-defending game by Asante Kotoko here this afternoon, employed by that man in your shot, Seydou Zebu. He's looking good. Two coaches are in white. They embrace each other. a pat on the back, and that's good enough. Let's take a look at Legon Cities also. William Esu will start in goal as usual, but the two men in the heart of defense, Mohammed and Isaka, will be the main contenders. Michel Otu and Mohamed Sule will be in the upfront attack, with Kofi Koji and Alex Asso spearheading the attack for Legon Cities. 4-4-2 formation with the 4-2-3-1 as employed by Kotoko. What does this tell us?
Well, it's good. That has been the tactical approach from the Porcupine Warriors in all the home matches. But they're making 4 changes, and for me, when you change 4 players from the starting 11, you lose a little bit of your balance. The rhythm will not be the same as it is. There's no Richard Boadu, who is the captain. He is suspended for accumulating 3 yellow cards, and then again they're also going to miss some key players. That lad is with the Black Stars. He has been between the sticks, and so Kotoko missing key players. But don't forget, back in the fold is Infege Ongba, who has been one of the key players for them last season. Again, there's that prospect, Shadrach Ado, who is back playing the 10 position, and I'm told he is so skillful that many would love to see him play. There's no Eric Zeze, who is suspended through the red card he received in Takwa. And so back is Enoch Morris. Morris hasn't really fared well after promoting himself from Kimfaisal to Kotoko. But for Legon Cities, it's a typical 4-4-2. It brings Maxwell Kuredo keeping faith in same starting 11 that won against Olympics in Accra. And so it's going to be the usual 3 suspect. Alex Esso seems to be in wonderful mood. He's that chap who can tear defense apart, always pressuring them. And so is Kofi Koji, who himself has not been good in terms of scoring, but he is poised for action today. And Jura Tukui will also be leading them. He is that skillful and a tricky player in there.
Mali Mgede Ireme is a center referee. He's from Wa. He will handle this game and will be supported by Suleiman Adin from Bolgatanga and Robert Sunday Odro also from Bolgatanga. Our 4th official is Clement Kwame Inkwa, and Al Hassan Seidu Saini is our match commissioner. He's traveled all the way from Tamale. So let's see what the Porcupine Warriors have in store. Coming back home after that journey to Takwa, where they picked up 3 points at the expense of Mediama Sporting Club. And of course, Lagos Cities, who have also traveled from Accra after picking up 3 points and 2 goals at the expense of Great Olympics.
Yeah, Nicholas Mensah in tremendous form. He seems to be carving the niche of being the player that Kotoko fans talk about after every game, and he's so important to the cause of Kotoko if they are to retain the league trophy. And he seems to be the man on fire, scoring in the last 2 games for the Porcupine Warriors. And the coach Ghazali, just before kickoff, spoke about the importance of that player on the wings.
Well, let's see how important he will be to the fans who are here and their numbers. And that's the goalkeeper who's going to be in action today for Kotoko, Frederick Asare. Quite a very solid goalkeeper too as well, and in place of Dan Lad Ibrahim, who is with the senior national team, the Black Stars in Qatar. He will do justice to that position. William Esu, we saw him in some fantastic form against the Accra Olympics the last time around, and he promises to continue with the status quo here this afternoon. It's Legon Cities who will be kicking us off, I beg your pardon, in this first 45 minutes of an midweek encounter. Imali Imgede signals the lads to kick off, and it's Jonah Atukwe on the far right. Interesting, Jonah Atukwe always begins on the flanks, but we most often than not will see him joining the attack, where Kofi Koji and Alex Esso will also need some support.
Yeah, he's very, very mobile. Atukwe, he loves to move on the flanks, and we'll be seeing a lot more from him. He's that nimble-footed, and look at him with that skill to turn around.
Referee must have noticed something there. In first infringement of the game goes to the home side.
All right, first minute, Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus Legon Cities. I have catch TV Plus on YouTube live streaming center, Ghana Premier League, and Yadebre. When you ever share, must subscribe to channel. No one share link, no. Now, one like video. Now we be answering to me coming from my Medeni Abdul Kasir Adama. Enjoy the 90 minutes of soccer action. Yedamu Nase.
Hand side of attack for opportunity now comes to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It's good to see George Infege back in contention. Mokwala would wait for it. The header is on, but it goes wide.
Yeah, lovely move again from the Porcupine Warriors on the counter. It was swift, very sleek, fast-paced from Infege. Turns away beautifully and just trying to link up the ball. Just a little bit of power lacking from that cross, but it got to Nicholas Mensah, the player in form, but the header not on target. And Lagos Cities should be very careful. Because the danger man, William Mensah,
he's been in some terrific form. Was the toast of the fans when Kotoko played at the Akon Park in Takwa, where they came back with 3 points. Gradually building and carving a niche for himself, Nicholas Mensah. And in the heart of defense for Kotoko is going to be a pairing, and a very solid one at that, of Mubarak, of Sharif Mohammed, I should say. Long throw. Legs went up there. The referee was right on the spot.
yeah, very dangerous play. What's that throw from Eric Osei-Bonsu? And the header, but that was put up. Very dangerous play against the youngster, Sharakado. And it was Suleiman with that high boot.
Kotoko will come forward now through Augustine Ejapon. That's a lovely laid-on run there. Stephen Mokwala Infege is in the middle, waiting on. Poor ball control there. Let it down for Kotoko, Augustine Ejapon. And it's interesting, there's going to be a lot of fullback running in this game, especially on the part of the Porcupine Warriors. We saw Augustine Ejapon earlier on operating from the right. And when it comes to duties on the left, you can trust Tedeku. That was a strong tackle from Augustine Ejapon. He claims innocence.
Yeah, it's a late challenge from Mubarak on Jonathan to create. It's a lovely pass from Osei-Bonsu on the left. And this is where Kotoko must be very careful, because the moment Ejapon surges forward, there's going to be that gap, and that's where Atuke is going to capitalize with his pace and that trickery on the left. Mubarak tried to cover up, but went in with a very late challenge. Lucky not to have been booked on that occasion.
Very lucky. Walks away unscathed. Mubarak Yusuf, tough contender in defense. This afternoon he's partnering Sharif Mohammed and Augustine Ejapon, obviously on solo run effort duties.
Yeah, there you see some of the fans a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Master Kuredo is much more worried seeing Jonathan Tuke on the turf, and he's that key, he's that mercurial to the cause of Lagos City this season. But don't forget, Jonathan Tuke is part of the Black Galaxies team that will be participating in a CHAN competition in Algeria next year.
Yeah, he seems to be limping. He's limped off the field of play, Jonathan Tuke, to make way for the free kick. And this is the first free kick coming to Legon Cities. It's deep in the territory of Kotoko. We've got a few players committed up front as well.
Yeah, what a blow it will be if we don't see Jonathan Tuke back on the field for Legon Cities.
Kobnedu is in the heart of that. A miss there. And Kotoko clear out their lines nicely. Augustine Ejapon lays on the pass. Good timely tackle there by Legon Cities, getting themselves out of danger as a throwing advantage. There's only 5 minutes gone in the first half. Richard Aqua showing some steel in that clearance. But Kotoko will come forward. They are brimming with a lot of confidence coming into this game, occupying the second position on the league table. Very enviable at that as well.
Yeah, just 2 points behind the league leaders, Accra Lions.
Try and come in deep, but the defense is quick enough with the clearance. But more opportunities coming their way. Alexa so has come deep to help with defensive duties. And it's now a launch forward now by Jonah. He goes down in the process.
Yeah, and he's just asking referee Marley get there. He needs protection. Yeah, he picks up the ball with full confidence. The first, attack from Lagos City through the middle, and his Jonah took away, causing all sorts of problems.
Oh, that was very daring, trying to go through two players on the run. And Lagos Cities have more options coming forward. The cross is laid across the face of goal, but there's no continuity there. It comes to the near side, but maybe led out nicely by the defense. But Lagos City still probing, coming forward. Daring point of attack there. They create open spaces. At this time, the flag is up on the near side for offside.
Yeah, brave attempt from Lagos Cities. They are showing the Porcupine Warriors they can also play. They are not afraid to attack them, but here they seem to have gotten full control of the ball. Sadat twisted and turning here, seeing up that gap on the left and just trying to link play with Eric Bonsu, but Bonsu in an offside position already.
Game continues in earnest, and it's Kotoko taking on Legon City's midweek encounter. Match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League, powered by Bets Power. Kotoko on the near side, here's Tedeku. Kotoko would do well to clear their lines carefully out of danger zone. Sheriff.
But you love the pressing from Lagos Cities. There you see Kwabena do Aso and Koji putting so much pressure on the Kotoko defense, not allowing them to start from the back.
Throw into Kotoko, affected by Tedeku, finds a siren goal. Back to Tedeku now, Lagos is pushing. Assistant referee saw that advantage will go to Kotoko.
Yeah, then again, Kotoko still trying to start the attack from the back, and Lagos City having noticed that, putting so much pressure on the defense.
Lagos City is coming forward now. Jonah with a shot. Well, he got the idea all right, but it lacked the power and a bit of the direction as well. Kotoko let off the hope.
Yeah, not a convincing play from the Porcupine Warriors from the back. Still struggling to get the ball away from the back, and that is where Lagos City are trying to pounce on the mistakes that they do behind. Jonah took a nearly pouncing on one and nearly surprised goalkeeper Frederick Mensah.
Kotoko come forward now. Strong attack it is. This looks good as they cut through the middle. Nicholas getting involved with the build-up. Down he goes. Referee judges that to be fair. Marlene Gede was very close to the action. And pendulum swings to the other end of the field this time. Sheriff Mohammed to the rescue.
Yeah, it's a great call from referee Gede. I mean, Nicholas Mensah always looking for it. You could see he was just looking for a simple touch to go down. It was not too much in that contact, and he went down. Referee saw it clearly. Great call, not a penalty.
Play by Lagos, but they give the ball away. Nicholas once again, he's got Mokwala for support. Opportunity gone. And again, good swift build up by the Porcupine Warriors, trying to create those openings in the heart of defense for Legon Cities.
Yeah, they look really good. Very swift play on the counter. It's Nicholas Mensah who took charge, stole the ball away here. He should be linking up with Mukwala just waiting for a pass, and he decided to go on. He is a very good player. On that occasion, it was a wrong choice.
Chances being created at both ends, and the potency is being shown clearly by the Porcupine Warriors. Mubarak with the captain's armband today. Kotoko missing their regular captain, Richard Boyd, who also goes by the name Agadas.
Yeah, you love the intensity of the game, and that's why Say Zebo knows his side must be up and doing. Any mistake will be very costly at the back.
Fourth time of asking for Legon Cities in terms of an away encounter this season. And it's a free kick advantage to the visitors. On target, but not strong enough to beat Frederick Asaringo.
away downfield, but it goes to Lagos Cities, who have the advantage. Referee thinks otherwise.
Yeah, especially with that free kick through the wall. That's very poor, but straight at goalkeeper Freddy Kasari. Must be a worried man to see that ball straight into the wall.
And Kotoko come up with another opportunity through the middle again. It's Nicolas Mensah. He gives the ball away. Fans are getting a bit impatient, I should say.
Yeah, then again, he had all the chance to pick a pass. Ifegi was lurking on the right and still wanted to go solo. Lost the ball in that process.
Long ball through the middle. Mukwala got his foot to it, but too strong to control. And Kotoko nearly came up with an opportunity, a gifted opportunity. But this time around, careful defending in the heart of defense by Lagos Cities to ensure that Richard Aqua scored 4 marks on that occasion.
Yeah, again. Brilliant 1-2 play, interpositional play, but here he was just looking for it. No contact whatsoever, and he fell gingerly, and the referee saw it clearly. Great call from the referee.
Well, obviously the match promises to be quite an interesting one. Lots of opportunities coming the way of Kotoko. Nicolas Mensah has had a couple of them. Has not really found his rhythm and his feet, but clearly he's creating problems for Lagos Cities in defense.
Yeah, surely he is the danger man. I mean, he's in fabulous form ahead of the game, and anytime he gets onto the ball, he feels he could bring on some magic, and that's why he wants to go solo many times, even when he had options. Should be learning how to release the ball as quickly as possible.
Well, I'll just hope and pray that the fans of the Porcupine Warriors would have a lot of patience for him. He's still young. This is his first opportunity at the Premiership level. Mukwala goes down, claims he was impeded. Yes.
Yeah, and again, close call, but
penalty to Kotoko.
Yeah, it's a good call, Prince. It's a good call. I mean, yeah, Mukwala will just, with that pace, he's so strong when he gets in front of the defense. And the moment he gets in front of Suleiman can't tackle him from behind. I mean, it's a lovely pass from Sharif. And here, Suleiman knows he can match Mukwala with that pace. And Mukwala so strong. You saw the left arm of Suleiman just bringing him down at that crucial moment. Sharif with that long, intelligent pass. And the moment he took a bounce here, just look at the strength and the pace of Mukwala in front of Suleiman, and Suleiman using the left hand to bring him down. And great call from referee Gede.
Malim Gede saw that. There will be a very first yellow card of the afternoon. And this would go to the visitors, Suleiman Mohammed, for impeding the Kotoko attacker Steve Mukwala. It's a penalty advantage to the Porcupine Warriors. And Mukwala has elected himself to effect the kick. 14 minutes gone in the first half. Goalless at this stage.
Yeah, a little bit of encouragement from Enoch Morrison. It's all about composure.
Yeah.
Just a few meters away from goal, you need to calm your nerves and keep your composure intact. And this goalkeeper is in some wonderful form. The former Ghana Under-20 goalkeeper, now a member of the Olympic team.
So Kotoko have the penalty, and it is Stephen Mukwala. Easy does it. First goal for the Porcupine Warriors. Pick his spot. Goalkeeper Esso had no idea.
Yeah, superb penalty. It was all about composure. He knew where he wanted to place the ball. Sends Esso to the wrong side of the post, and very nicely and neatly. Wonderful spot kick from the Ugandan. Here, just look at him. It's not Peter. He knows he's going to pick a spot, and brilliantly done. Swerves the goalkeeper. Puts the ball beyond his reach, and it's a lovely penalty. Super penalty.
Mukwala gets his name on the score sheet for the Porcupine Warriors. It's Kotoko 1. Lagos Cities 0. Obviously not the start that Lagos Cities were looking forward to. And Dese Mukwala gets a goal from the penalty spot.
Yeah, second goal for him in the Big Power Premier League. He's brimming with a lot of confidence. Such a hard worker.
Yes, indeed, he works hard for the team. And it's good enough that he's
discovering the scoring boots that he has missed for a while. Fourth game here at home for the Porcupine Warriors. And the good news is that every time Kotoko plays at home, at least this season, they've managed to find the net. Here come Legon Cities. That's a little push there, right under the eagle eyes of the referee. And Kofi Koji would welcome a free kick.
Yeah, yet to get into the game, Koji. Of course, a very good striker, very strong as well. Went down from that slight push from Justice Blair. And of course, the two strikers up front for Lagos Cities have not really gotten into the game. We've not seen too much of Alex Castro and, of course, Kofi Koji.
Certainly not. It's been very difficult for them to make their way through the host of red colors in the defense. Of course, Sharif Mohammed and Mubarak ensuring that. Bench of the Royals, I see Nasamu Yakubu there as well. Free kick is on, Jonah. Oh, he had his eye on target.
Yeah, and that free kick was well hit from Jonah Tukwi. Good block from the Kotoko defense, though.
Long throwing. Again, Mubarak is there. Bicycle kick clearance does not do the work effectively as Legon Cities will still look forward to pushing into enemy territory. This time on the far side is Michel Otu. Good play by Suleiman.
Yeah, really a good play from Suleiman. Was under pressure from William Mensah. Did very well with composure to turn away from danger.
Comes to the near side now. Legon City is looking good. Maida Kwabnedu, that is. Ball is cleared off. Throwing advantage to Legon Cities. Quickly effected. They fancy their chances of coming forward. Michel Otu traps in a pass, but doesn't go too far. And an advantage once again for Legon Cities. And it looks like it's a quick response to the goal that was scored as Michel Otu going down. He got a goal the last time around for Legon Cities against the Kragbed Olympics.
Yeah, and he scored for Legon Cities last season.
Ball played out. It should be an advantage of a corner kick to Legon Cities. Solid defending there by Sharif.
Yeah, we spoke about the intensity of the game. It's really getting interesting. Two teams going at each other.
So let's see what opportunities would be for the away team now. It's Legon Cities. And it's able to. Gets one into the far side. Oh, that looked close, but a bit far off.
Yeah. Initially, when I saw the flight of the ball, I thought it was a very good swing. Again, nobody there at the far post to connect home. Yeah, Kotoko had it covered there.
Yeah. Asare made sure that no problems befell him in goal for Kotoko. As Legon Cities would come forward yet again. Referee's giving the advantage to Legon Cities.
Yeah, and I remember him very well in that game against Olympics. He created that first penalty
Exactly.
for Cities. This time around, he's up against a very tough customer in Mensah in blistering form.
So Legon Cities fancy their chances as they come forward yet again. Careful build up, the pass is threaded through. Cross is on, but not the best of crosses. Timely clearance. The pressure is still on Kotoko though.
Yeah, Cities are using the right side of the Kotoko defense very well in Japan. Needs to be careful. Not a very good delivery from Osebosu that time.
It's a long throw by Legon Cities. It's headed out. Field opportunity of the pass there, and Kotoko have the upper hand now as they cross the center line. They're going forward. It's a strong run, pushes it on a bit too far. That would have been a wonderful overlap run.
Yeah, and it's one thing we can always expect from a Japan, and it's always pushing up, trying to go with his pace. He's using his pace to his best of advantage, but again, that time he was not the best. He pushed the ball a little bit too far.
Infege seems to have a little bit of a problem with the back. It's rubbing there gingerly. But of course, Manchester City Kotoko are not losing the services or missing the services of Neti, who's been on the injury, and so those timely runs from him have not been missed. But this was easily and nicely done by Mukwala, picking the spot, swerving the goalkeeper who went the other way. And he registers a goal for Kotoko here this afternoon.
Yeah, he's focused and composure. Look at him, very focused. Keeps his composure, keeps his balance. He knows where he's going to pick it. And sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. It is a super penalty.
Without a doubt, Esu knows that there was nothing he could have done about it. Infege is off the field, so Kotoko momentarily would have to play with a numerical disadvantage. So Kotoko began the season with 3 points against the Swatreman, beating them by 2 goals to 1. The only snag on that record is the 1-1 draw against their arch rivals, Accra Hearts of Oak. But also another 2-1 victory over another league debutant, Samatex, has put Kotoko in good stead, second position on the league table. 4 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. These fans know that a win today would give Kotoko a lot of leverage in terms of aching towards the top of the league table, where Accra Lions comfortably lie ahead of them. Lagos City is now trying to build up another attack through the middle, and Kotoko have welcomed back Stephen Amankona. He's on the bench, by the way, after picking up that red card in the game against Bechin United, a game Kotoko lost.
Yeah, this is why cities are struggling to make sure Aso, who is the danger man out front, is in the game, and Justice Play and the likes making sure he's not in the game, keeping tabs on Alex Enso.
Yeah, and so far so good. Alex has not had that opportunity, or the opportunities that he created for himself in their last league match against the Accra Olympics. Otu swings one to the near side, but a bit too strong. So Lagos Cities will still probe and come forward. Alex Aso was looking forward to get into that ball. Jonathan Kwefu has moved to the right-hand side of the attack this time around.
Yeah, he's struggling. They're not getting him involved in the game. Jonathan Kwefu, he's the key man. He's not good on the ball, can create and obviously cause havoc to the Kotoko defense, but he's not been getting the opportunity to feed on those loose balls. He's not having the ball to run at the Kotoko defense, and for me, that's not good enough from Cities.
Lagos Cities look forward to catching Kotoko on the break. That occasion, failed attempt at connecting the ball to Nakwe. But Lagos Cities now have the advantage. It's a throw-in. Seydou Zebo still issuing instructions. Well, the advantage will still stay with Kotoko. It's just that John Tedeko would have to go a few steps back to effect the throw.
Yeah, you got to keep your eye on this game, Prince. Full of action, full of intensity.
Yeah, you can see that clearly in the faces of the fans who have made their way here to the Babayara Stadium here to witness this game. Wala tries to avoid the tackle. He latches onto that now. He's going round the markers onto the near side now. Crosses deep, but not entirely directed towards goal. Meanwhile, Kotoko have a player down. Lagos Cities will clear out their night. And can they catch Kotoko on the break? Here they go. Lagos Cities. It's looking good as they still hold the ball in. process and allowing Kumasi Asante Kotoko to recover. Jonah goes in for the tackle, got the ball first. Penny from Accra and coming back with 6 points.
Yeah, lost to Gianna Stars by 1 goal to 0 before picking that 1-1 drawn game against Bekum Chelsea at home.
Jonah Atukwe. Pass well read by Kotoko. So Legon Cities switching play to and fro. Strong run on the far side now by Kwabnedu. Michel Lotu. He looks for support and finds Sadat Mohammed. Legon Cities. One step at a time. They seem to be coming forward slowly but surely. Here's Jonah Atukwe. Long ball forward to the near side. That's some good thinking. Can he get a decent cross? Not the best of crosses. As he set it away nicely by Infege. And Infege gets the ball again. And there's going to be that run. Legon Cities would have to go back to do some defending. It's Infege who's coming forward. Goes down in the process.
Yeah, it's Infege again with that pace on the right, and the Kotoko players using their pace to the best of their ability, and it's working perfectly for them.
Michel Otu goes into the referee's books for that charge on Infege.
And he knows he was beating for pace. That moment, Infege got the ball. He was just not going to look back. He's just taking the ball because he knows he can go with pace and whipping across. Otu, lacking pace, brought him down.
Free kick advantage to Kotoko. 29 minutes gone in the first half. Kotoko 1, Legon Cities 0. Long balling, but it goes straight to Esu. More than eager to start an attack, but players are nowhere to be found in open spaces. Last time Legon Cities were here at the Papayara Stadium, they went away with 3 points. Kotoko had got the first goal through Mudasiru. And it's a good threaded pass through. Opportunity for goal number 2. Oh, how could he miss? Clearance is live enough for Legon Cities. Oh, checks in nicely. Could have done much better with that Mokwala, but now give the options to Legon Cities as they come forward. Cleared straight into touch, but that was a defense splitting move and easily could have been goal number 2.
Yeah, should have been goal number 2. Shagak Ado with that intelligent pass, a defense splitting pass.
On the other side, Frederick Asari called into action as Kotoko cleared out their lines. Infege will now start from the left. In he goes. Damns his player very well. Still has the ball, but meanwhile, Kuala is waiting in the middle. Kotoko looking good. Flag seems to have gone up, yes, on the far side.
But clearly, Kotoko in the driving seat. And it should have been goal number 2 for the Porcupine Warriors. Lovely pass from the young prodigy, Shadrach Ado, to split the defense of Lagos Cities. And there, thought Mensah was really going to score. He linked up play with the Ugandan Mukwala, who should have scored. I mean, from that close range, it should be goal number 2. Lovely damage. Just look at the pass from the youngster. Split the defense, and Mensah here should be going for goal. But yeah, unselfishly laid it down for Mukwala, who didn't have a clear connection to that ball.
Yeah.
Hit the post, and Lagos Cities will be thanking God.
Obviously, the connection wasn't there for Mukwala. But again, the pass was good. Defense splitting pass it was. And Shadrach Ado takes full credit for thinking through that. Lagos Cities didn't let off the hook at this stage.
Yeah, I only pray those missed chances or missed opportunities do not come back to haunt the fabulous team.
Yeah. Malim Gede would have to refix the communication budget. Seydou Zebo believes that Kotoko should have gone forward. Maxwell Kunedu knows that he's been let off the hook. And the last time Maxwell Kunedu was here, he got 3 goals against Kotoko. Michel Otu got 1, and Kofi got a brace.
Yeah, he knows his side is in the battle. You can see him very worried, coach, on the touchline. He knows he's up against a very formidable side, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, on the rise, I must say.
Samuel Boateng is warming up. Could find a place in the on the field, I should say, before the end of the first half. Sharif Mohammed clears out. Justice Blake goes in to help. Referee noticed something, yes, penalizing Justice Blake for that.
and just look at the reaction of Justice Blake. Yes, he got his head onto the ball, always wins those battles in the air, but again, I saw that he left something behind, and that was the left arm.
Okay.
Yeah, but look at it again. You want to hear, but just look at the right arm, straight into the face, and that's what he saw. Indicated to him that your arm was just around the midsection and everywhere.
So it's going to be a free kick advantage to Legon Cities. Kofi Koji at the receiving end, and it's a tough battle between Kofi Koji and Justice Blake. Justice has not allowed Kofi Koji any breathing space since the match began.
Yeah, he's made sure Kotoko are not missing Richard Boedu Agadas. And Blake seems to be the engine of the team. He's mopping up, he's defending so well, his covering up has been excellent, and he wins all the aerial tussle. And see, when you're winning battles against a giant like Kofi Koji, it shows how dominant you've been when it comes to the air.
Tall Kofi Koji holding on to his head. It's not yet on the field of play. Legon Cities would have the advantage as they push forward. Jonah Tuko is not too far from the ball. Michel Otu fancies a very long free kick. It goes in deep. Jonah is pushed off the ball by Infege. That is a long driving ball forward. Options were to get to Kuala.
Yeah, again, free kick floated in, and it was Atuke who slipped on the ball. Yeah. But just when Ifege cleared that ball, it was Aqua who clashed it to him. In fact, Alex Enso who clashed it to him, and again Ifege on the receiving end.
It's been a while since we saw him in action in Fege. And did you see what the player did? He seems to be telling the assistant referee.
Well, I'm sure the referee didn't see that.
Throwing his own. Kotoko is under pressure. It's cleared out by Sheriff. And Legon Cities will drive forces back into the 18-yard box of Kotoko, trying to see whether they can get an option for clearance. Throwing advantage to Legon Cities. And ever since they went down 0-1, they've been pushing and probing. And this is definitely going to be a very long throw from Osebunsu. It goes deep, heads will go up. Legon Cities fancy their chances of a rebound, not directed well. Ball trapped by Infege now. He slips in the process, but cannons off Bonsu. Advantage will stay with Kotoko.
Yeah, intelligent play from Infege. Twisted and turning. Such a workaholic. Good to see him in the Kotoko fold. Did brilliantly well here, hitting the ball against Osebonsu to win Kotoko a throw in.
Game will progress a steady 36 minutes gone. In the first half is Kotoko 1, Legon Cities 0. Match day 7 encounter midweek here at the Baba Iyara Stadium. Enoch Morrison claims innocence. I have no idea what you're talking about, but the Kotoko fans, at least most of them, still look anxious. They're up by 1, but they are fancying that they could have been up by 3.
Yeah, 1 is always not comfortable, Prince. It's a very, very intensified game. City's pushing for the equalizer, and Kotoko are missing glaring opportunities as well.
Headed away nicely by Sharif, but it's picked up by Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They try and go forward. Player goes down, referee comes. to their aid, and it's again another forthright approach by the Porcupines.
Yeah. Lovely play from the youngster, Shodakado, showing strength and determination to win that free kick for Kotoko.
Solid header out by Legon Cities. And Kotoko will probe again. They try and keep the ball as much as possible in the half of their opponent, trying to counter on a slip.
Yeah, so the momentum dying down a little bit in the game, and we don't see the end-to-end action we saw probably in the first 20-25 minutes.
And of course, last season when Kotoko were in Accra, they managed to beat Legon Cities by 2-1. There was a certain Frank Imbella Etuka who got the brace on that day. Legon City's ball trapped nicely in the middle, but it's been taken away by Enoch Morrison. He gives the ball away.
Yeah, and again, I'm looking at how cities are approaching the game. And anytime they're on the ball, they don't seem to connect very well with the two men up front. Eso has not been getting the right supply, so is Kofi Koji.
Legon Cities now trying to close the ranks and making it very difficult for Kotoko to come forward. Saibons who had to go back to help.
Yeah, he was very strong here, very determined. And clearly he was pushed from behind from the youngster, Shadrakado.
So Kotoko will start another attack from behind. 7 minutes or less to end the first half. And as the match wears on, still getting a lot of entrance into the stadium by the home fans. It's been good enough for Justice Blay. It's been good enough for Sharif Mohammed together with Mubarak, I should say. Now, Tedeku, over the face of goal, but
yeah, this is his territory.
Yeah.
Tedeku, he gets onto the bar line and he swings in some delicious cross. This time around, a little behind Mukwala, and well dealt with from Legon Cities, but Kotoko still probing, Prince.
Still probing as they come forward. Legon Cities will be called upon to defend. The defending is not the best, but ball is picked up nicely by Esu.
Lovely 1-2 play between the youngster again. Tedeku got there, got the ball, but lacking a little bit of power.
Shadrach Wow obviously playing his part. Shadrach Ado, I should say, playing his part in the game.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with his output.
Legon Cities. Jonah needs to fight for every ball that he gets straight down the byline but brought down.
That's a silly tackle. Very silly. Tedeku with that very silly tackle on Jonah Atukwe. Yeah. Atukwe shrugged up that tackle from Ifeke. Yeah, he didn't need to rush into the he's nowhere near the ball, and that's a very horrible challenge.
And look at the reaction from the bench of Legon City. It's obviously not too happy. John Tedeku goes into the referee's box. 5 minutes to half time. Legon Cities are thinking we can get back into the game before the referee's whistle goes. The referee says that was clear. Game will continue. Legon Cities will fight for it. Strong tussle for the ball. They get themselves out of trouble. And it's interesting to see the likes of Mokwala and Mbella all coming back to help with defensive duties. Legon Cities now pro. Here's another opportunity for an attack. Good turn. Legon City still coming. Oh, he goes through two players, but eventually timely clearance by Mubarak.
And Mubarak playing so well. He's the reason Kotoko are looking well organized and solid at the back. He comes in with those timely tackles. He's only so far put in a foot wrong just once. Just when he missed that tackle against Judah Tukwe in the early minutes of the game. But quite apart from that, he's been so excellent.
Asari picks it up nicely. So again, Legon City is coming forward as and when they can, but have not really put that pressure on the defense of the Porcupine Warriors. Frederick Asari, so far so good for him. Suleiman claiming the infringement, but referee says the advantage will still stay with Kotoko.
Yeah, Cities have not been convincing on the attack. They've not shown any glimmer of hope.
Decent cross by Tedeku. Set out by Legon Cities, and then they will throw the gauntlet right back. Oh, tackle from behind. The referee was right there. He goes into his pocket.
Again, this is where you must be really frustrated if you're a Kotoko fan. You don't need to put in those tackles. He knows he's not going to win against Kominedu, who is charging forward with that pace, and Mensah still rushed him to that tackle, and he gets himself booked.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a very unnecessary booking, if you ask. Solid header out by Tedeku. Throwing advantage to Legon Cities. Again, they have not been able to break down the defense of Kotoko. Let's see what Jonah Atukwe can do. Still going with the ball. Jonah, he lays on the pass. There's nobody there to connect from behind. The pass is on eventually. Crosses on, but well blocked by Mubarak. Pressure is still on though. Good turn. Fortunately, that last pass was hit a bit too strong. They appeal for a penalty, but Malim Gede has it all covered.
Yeah, never a penalty. Another good call from Ngede. City were probing, and Jonah Atukwe, who's been so absent in the game, was there in that time. Lovely layup. Osebos with a cross, but fantastic block again from Yusuf Mubarak. Kominedu here twisted and turned, and he will lose his balance here and fall down in the process, and I was looking for the sympathy of the referee.
Legon Cities still come forward. Kotoko have a player going down. The advantage will stay with the Porcupine Warriors, and again, it's the midfield that they seem to have a lot of energy and have a lot of encouragement, Kotoko, as they come forward. Very daring in their quest to push the attackers up front.
Yeah, you look at the position of Sharif Mohammed and you see Mubarak, and they're not giving spaces up front for Legon Cities. They are making sure they are so tight to Kofi Koji and Alex Axel. And Cities are finding it difficult to get these two strikers in the game.
Yeah, they really haven't come to the party, those two. The defense of Kotoko have really made it difficult for them. Now here's Infege, controls nicely, still has the ball. Infege goes down. Referee says that was a slip. Let's go on. We're having 4 minutes of time added on here in the first half. It's Legon Cities who still trail the home team, Kotoko, by a lone goal. They would want to operate from the near side now as they come in. Again, look at the positioning of the Kotoko defensemen, making it very, very difficult for Legon Cities to have their day.
Yeah, before the ball really gets to Alex Asso up front, it's Blay who is covering up, who is mopping up, making sure the ball do not get to those two strikers. And so it's been a phenomenal defending from the Fabulous team, well organized at the back, not leaving spaces behind. And again, it's Infege at the receiving end. Here, he lost his balance again. Trying to be very tricky and intelligent, but couldn't control the ball.
Malim Gede is not too happy with the Kotoko captain. Few words have been exchanged, but game will continue. And Bella doubt if he would want to finish this game. Infege, I should say. He's gone down a couple more times in the game, but let's hope that George Infege will be up and doing. The partnership between himself and Mbella got Etuga getting 2 goals for Kotoko the last time they played Legon Cities in Accra. Injury worries for Kotoko once again.
Yeah, again, another rash challenge from Morrison. Charlotte had nowhere to go. Rushed in without tackling the referee. Saw something wrong with it, but again, this will be something Seydou Zebu does not want to see.
Yeah, well, if you're a coach and this is the sort of happenings on the field of play, it gives you an opportunity to talk to the team during the halftime break. Nicholas Mensah seems to be okay. We'll continue with the game at least before the referee's whistle goes for the end of the first half. We've done 3 minutes of the 4. Indeed, we've done 4 minutes now.
Yeah, he's okay walking a little gingerly, but he's holding his groin. And for me, that is where the attention should be going at. If he keeps holding that groin, he's not going to take part again in the remainder of the game. And there, being signaled that he can continue holding the groin.
Kotoko would have to bring in some fresh limbs, but Legon Cities are coming forward now, getting close. That shot goes straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Frederick Asari.
Yeah. And Kotoko caught from behind, and clearly Legon City pouncing on the mistakes at the right side of defense. It's against the Japan, who's not watching the movement of Bonsu. Bonsu will just overlap to a very dangerous position, and the moment he got the ball, he was in an offside position. Other than that, Kotoko were under severe pressure.
Legon Cities still trailing Kotoko by 1-0. Match day 7 encounter here at the Babayara Sports Stadium. Enoch Morrison up on his feet.
Yeah, we look at that situation again. Yeah, I was Morrison up against Bonsu. Bonsu hit his feet on Morrison's feet, but not a good one to see.
Yeah,
it's Nicholas Mensah who has been stretching off, still holding that groin.
Well, let's just hope that he's able to bounce back in good health and in good style. Seems to be one of the live wires for Kotoko, Nicholas Mensah.
Yeah, indeed, he was the star man coming into the game. He has scored in the last 2 games for the Porcupine Warriors.
Yeah.
Still tormenting the defense of Legon City. We've seen flashes of brilliance. Some, he has been probably a little selfish with his output, but he's a very, very dangerous player.
Legon City with a free kick. Oh, that was close. The young girl clipping the top of the crossbar, and that signifies the end of hostilities as far as the first half is concerned.
It would have been a majestic finish. It would have been a very, very super finish. The ball was well bent by Jonathan Tukwe. Goalkeeper can't get near to where they hit the crossbar. Kotoko again left off the hook. What an equalizer it could have been for the Royals, Legon Cities.
Halftime here at the Babayara Sports Stadium, and at halftime is Kotoko 1.
Alright, first 45 minutes of soccer action. Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1, Legon City 0. Higher Catches TV Plus Sports. Yeah, the master set money acting for the past 45 minutes. Mo subscribe channel and mo like a comment. And my the money now.
Take on Legon Cities. Much anticipated encounter by virtue of the fact that Legon City caused a scare and a stare here last season. Legon City is playing in the yellow against Asante Kotoko, and it was George Mfege who had the cross into the 18-yard box. Mukwala could not finish with a plum. Augustine Ejipon with a tidy up tackle on Jonah Atukwe, and referee challenged or judged that to be unfair. Jonah Atukwe's resultant kick was dealt with by Frederick Asari. Kotoko kept coming forward now and launched there from behind. Referee says the game should continue. Legon Cities took up their chances, but Kotoko came forward once again. And for Nicholas Mensah, again, one of the opportunities he could have laid an easy pass to Mukwala, but failed to do so. Legon Cities had opportunities coming forward. Kofi Koji had been held in check nicely. Resultant free kick from Jonah Atukwe was nicely dealt with by Asari. Kotoko come forward again. This time it's a lovely, wonderful ball through the challenge from Mohamed Suleiman. Penalty kick it was, and it was Stephen Desi Mukwala picking his spot nicely, registering the first goal for Kotoko. William Esu had no chance at all. He was swerved the wrong way by the Ugandan. And Mukwala registers his goal this afternoon here at the Babayara Stadium.
1 goal up for the Porcupine Warriors. And for Lagos City, sensing danger, had to come forward. Kofi Koji tried to go around Justice Blay, went down. Free kick was effected by Jonah Atukwe, but that was blocked. And Kotoko took the gauntlet once again as they came forward. Lovely pass through there by Shadraki to the 18-yard box. Mukwala should have made it goal number 2. Completely missed the target. Esu fancied the chances of pushing his men forward, and so sent in the long balls, but there's been steady defending in Kotoko's defense by Sharif Mohammed. Jonah came forward once again. Strong tackle this time from John Tsedeku. Exultant free kick. Got nothing for Legon Cities. Picked up nicely by Enoch Morrison, and it's Jonah who came through again. Good footwork. They laid on their pass. Now could he get a decent cross in? Again, well blocked by the Kotoko captain for the afternoon, Mubarak Yusuf. And for Legon Cities, they won't give up that easily. Michelle Otu controlled the midfield, but on this occasion, Kotoko had ideas coming forward. Offside positioning on the far side. As at that time, Kotoko also had injury worries. And that clip over the top of the goalpost, clipping the crossbar, brought the action here to an end as far as the first half of the game is concerned. And for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, clearly they've showed that they had the ideas up front. Fouls committed, but 53% on the part of Legon Cities, and especially this is due to the fighting spirit of the team right after they went down by 1 goal to nil. 1 shot on target apiece with
Legon Cities enjoying a chunk of the possession, 53% of the possession for the away side, but most importantly, the home side, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, are currently leading the game by 1-0, which means that.
All right, young Kwane, for halftime discussion, Emre, hi, Catches TV Plus. Yeah.
Decisions. Kotoko started well. Legon Cities came into the fray and, played very well, getting into the dire numbers of the game, but Kotoko leads.
Well, I think until that glaring opportunity to put the ball at the back of the empty net, but which he couldn't, and Legon City took over. It has been Legon City all out. I mean, they've been able to dominate Kotoko. No wonder they have 53% in terms of possession. 1 corner kick, no corner kick to Kotoko, and I think 1 shot on target each. They have possessed very well. They've created deep chances within the Kotoko area. They've put Kotoko defense under a lot of pressure, and I think that the Kotoko defenders are giving away balls and the way they are going in for tackles. If they continue like this, I will not be surprised. Kotoko may see red as they saw in Takwa. But I'm very much disappointed in the referees' performance this first 45 minutes. Very, very much disappointed.
Right, we'll come back to some of the decisions that the referee took and some of the tackles that went flying in the first half. Esther will give us thoughts, but we are going for a quick break. When we come back, we move to Esther.
Dr. Tam da so ama oyalefo bia nya enida so se ne yale be firi ne so wo ebra ode ne akyerem wo medimafo heba clinic oyalefo ba ho na ohye na ebra empa ho gise de wawuo ana wasie no nko na ontumi ebubuafo enante enifrafo esna panie stroke, diabetes, pressure ne yale enka ni nyina case was Nayana ho kama doctor say fakakrebi beje wayalesa wo Kumasi ebuakwa ago oyalefo bia kai say udimafo ye medimafo heba clinic Dr. Time Naso
comfort, durability, finishing. quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier. With an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from latex foam. There is so much choice, whatever your budget. Latex foam, your partner for life.
The buses have been making noise 3 days non-stop, screaming and laughing all the time. This can't go on. In this Saturday, how? And then she waits and singing. And I need to listen for them since she went and knocked on the door. Pam pam pam. And when the police be in the room, all we could hear is laughing and shouting. It's sympathy. And the landlord teaching. Not in this house. Not in this house. He didn't even know. Any problem. Oh. And why not Catalina? Mami Sumini at Silver. And I use Star Times decoder. And I'm more
the fun is getting loud on Star Times. Enjoy the best of local and foreign drama to me and know the Pierata. Out of your seat action from the Bundesliga, GPL matches and more. The finest telenovela series, the best kids channels and so much more. Get a Star Times decoder now and bring the headquarters of entertainment right into your home. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Welcome back from the break. And Kotoko at this point are leading Lagos Cities by a goal to 0 at the half, and goal scored by Stephen Mukwala from the penalty spot. And it's a first half that has got a lot of tackles flying in here and there. Both set of players putting in a lot of energy. But you would say maybe Kotoko deserved to be ahead.
Well, it's been quite a lovely first half that we've had so far, looking at the transitions of both of the teams, especially Kumasi and Kotoko in the early minutes of the game. You look at the interplays, you look at the build-ups, and you look at how they've managed to create chances both sides. We've had and enjoyed quite some end-to-end stuff in the first half. It's been one of those good games that we've watched so far as the opening half is concerned. And you take a look at how Kotoko began the game quite very well, just like they've always been doing, creating of the chances. Because if you look at the chance that Mukwala had, for instance, that it ended up rattling the post, you might have thought that could have even been the opportunity for Kotoko to have doubled their lead, but they failed to, and that gave way for Lagos Cities to come in strongly and then try to also create some chances in that game, and then of which they, at a point, some decisions were made, but definitely what spearhead everything has to do with some of the tackles that we witnessed in the opening half. That I think Kumasi and Kotoko, the players, they need to be a bit very, very careful in their approach and then in their tackles, because this is not what all of us would love to see in a game of football, because in the long run it's there for at least the maximum of 3 points, but your approach and your conduct on the field of play, knowing that your colleague, in as much as you don't play the same team with him, is also playing for a different team, and it's a season long. So I would entreat them to sort of take time in their tackles, because some of these tackles are career-threatening ones that the referees might be compelled at a certain point to end up, brandishing the red card, and that I'm sure that might end up creating a lot of controversies and brouhaha afterwards. But then again, if only the technical team of Kotoko are watching, they should at least ensure that they caution their players to be very, very meticulous in their approach when it comes to the tackles.
A lot said by Esther there with regards to some of the tackles and some of the actions that happened. But here are a couple of the highlights from the first half of the game. Kotoko building up from the back. But you will say that Coach, Lagos Cities were threatening. After Kotoko started well, Lagos Cities came into it until the penalty incident came in.
Well, I think that in the first 50 minutes, Lagos City respected Kotoko, and Kotoko had the advantage of getting into the box of Lagos Cities on a couple of occasions. And for me, I think that the long balls from Kotoko behind the defensemen of Lagos City also worked, with the pace and speed of Stephen Mukwala also was disturbing the defense of Kotoko. But I think that Kotoko stopped from using the long balls. This is what we are talking about. And this caused the penalty. And to me, if you ask me, I find it difficult to accept this as a penalty. Very difficult to accept as a penalty. In any case, I'll give the referee the benefit of the doubt. But for me, I don't see this to be a penalty. If they can go back for us to watch it again. Makwara was already going down. He was ahead, and the defender came ahead of him. So for me, it is more or less a dive than the defender fouling him. And that is exactly what I'm seeing. But and look at the position of the referee. Watch it. But hey, let me give the referee watch the foot. One may say that I should watch both hands of both players. Of course, watch the back of Stephen Makwara. He has given his back to the defender. And obviously, if you give your back to a defender, what position do you expect your hands to be? I give the referee the benefit of the doubt. But apart from this incident, there were a call for a penalty for Lagos City, which I think it was a penalty, but the referee didn't allow. He allowed play to continue, and some tackles that we saw. Some of them he gave out cards and others to he ignored, which I think was not good for the game. Both teams have played, especially the last let me say 25 minutes of the half. Lagos Cities have been on Kotoko, and Kotoko defensemen were giving balls away. For me, I think that.
So here's the other incident.
Yes, this is what I was talking about. Yes, it was just a penalty the referee should have called for. But I don't know why. That's why I said I'm disappointed in the decisions of the referee in the first 45 minutes. And I'm sure the fourth referee probably will draw his attention to some of the decisions that he took, so that let me see him better in the second half.
I'll also give a start I would want to take your position on the two crucial incidents in the first half, the penalty incidents for Kotoko and for Lagos Cities.
Let me start with the one that has been aired on TV. This was quite a very obvious and a clear one that the referee shouldn't have ignored, awarding Lagos Cities a penalty, because the player had already gotten the better part of Augustine Japan. He had already lost the ball, and he knew that it was quite something that he needed to ensure that he sort of make amends, and that was when he ended up flattening into the player. That was quite a clear penalty that the referee failed to award to Lagos Cities. And then on the other hand, penalty, that was the moment, because he had already gotten the better side of him, and it was quite a clear and obvious penalty. And the position of the referee, it would be very difficult for him to say that you're not going to see it. He didn't see it. He saw it clearly that there was a contact, but in the long run, he exercised his own discretion.
Two very crucial moments. But do remember that Kotoko had another chance to move to their lead to 2-0.
Yes.
If Mukwala had been direct with a shot, maybe he could have hit the target there.
Perfect pass, and I think that Nicholas Mensah was not selfish, and he laid the pass, and I think Stephen Makwara, it's a matter of having composure. It's just a matter of composure, just tap the ball to the empty net. And for me, he used his ankle, to kick, which he missed. It should have been a perfect goal for Kotoko. The player had two options, either Steve Makwara to go direct.
But the ball up to
it was just an excellent move from Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And they splitted the defense of Lagos City, which they've been doing it until this incident, until this moment. And I think that Nicholas Mensah was not selfish. Steve Makwara was just in the haste, in the box. He was just in the haste. It's a matter of just a simple tap, and Kotoko should have been up by 2-0.
Right, but Esther, for Lagos Cities, they've been trying to, get to Kotoko. The time is up. We have to go. So the players are ready at the Babayara Stadium for the second half. Surely we are going to have a frantic second half on our hands. So let's join the team of comment.
All right, second half on Asha say hi Keshes TV Plus on YouTube. Yeah, be kona the second half on Abraham. When you subscribe to channel now, best also subscribe my like video no so kan. The mun na see. Yeah, kona the second half of the action no. The Abraham. Yeah, that must see.
Stephen Amankuna, as we rightly know, very, very forceful player, puts his everything into the game. He's come on for Nicholas Mensah. Nicholas Mensah picked up a groin injury. And again, the pressure from Cities there, as you saw clearly, Frederick Asari gifting the ball to the Cities player. But Cities have started how they started the first half. Atukwe getting close to where the action is. As a throw-in advantage to Lagos Cities, this will be effected from the far side by Osei Bonsu. Again, it's a very long one. Heads have gone up in the 18-yard box. Goalkeeper comes out. Asari, impeded in the process, gets the advantage. So says the referee.
Yeah, not a very convincing defending from the Porcupine Warriors from a long throw. You'd expect them to deal with it. Amankuna with a header. It was still dangling in a very dangerous position, but Asari will come out of his line and in midair try to pick the ball. He lost the ball, but the referee saw that push on him. Good goalkeeping. If he had stayed on the line, it would have given Cities the opportunity to come into the game and probably throw.
And that's the option there for George Infege. But finding Richard Aqua, a very tough customer on the far side. Here's Aqua, he lays on the pass. Legon Cities need to come forward. They need to come out of their shell. It's the only way they can put pressure on the Porcupine Warriors.
Yeah, they have nothing to lose already. They are down against the favorites, Kumasi and Kotoko. They need to show they can also put them at the back and play football. And it's good to see.
Interpositional play now. Sadat fights to get the momentum, and yes, Sadat is sent in the cross once again. There are no yellow shirts putting pressure on goalkeeper Asari at this time.
Yeah, again, not a very good cross. And you saw Kofi Koji. He's moving, he's waiting for the pass. He's looking for a very intelligent pass. And to put the ball behind him is a very frustrated man, Kofi Koji.
Kotoko come forward once again. Ejepong on the near side now, and Morrison has been doing what he knows how to do best, but he needs to get in there. That fighting spirit has not been seen from Enoch Morrison. Lagos City's good ball control through the middle. Now here they come. Edu to the far side. It's looking good. Not too sure whether that was meant to be a pass or a cross.
Yeah, very poor play from Aqua. He knows he could have done better. Kobredu started everything. Just look at the pace of Kobredu. He's just waiting for an intelligent pass. Hits it so hard. He can't get to it. I'm sure not even Usain Bolt can get to that pass.
Ball sent in by Asari. It's a long one. Amankuna went up for the header. Augustine Ejepong has been penalized. Foul on Jonah Atukwe.
But then again, the foul, obviously, it's against Kotoko. The supporters are not happy again.
Well, fresh limbs coming on, and this was expected earlier on in the game. Opong Neymar, Isaac Opong, that is, has come on for Dese Mokwala.
Yeah, but again, it's coming on for Mokwala, a very strong player making.
Flash there in the 18-yard box. Chance. Hurried away. The second bite of the cherry. It could be. Again. Oh, and the third time it enters the goal. There was heroics being performed by Frederick in goal for Kotoko. And after he had one, Lagos Cities are back in the game.
Yeah, it's a lovely goal. If you look at where Lagos Cities are coming from, they are putting Kotoko under so much pressure since the start of the second half. Now, Frederick Asari will pull some wonderful saves just to keep Kotoko in the game, but he's not stopping that shot from Sadat Mohamed. It's going straight into the bottom corner, and that's the equalizer here. The Kotoko defense were in 6 and 7. Jonah Tukwe tried to bend one, but lovely stop from the goalkeeper. It was still probing. Alessenso will hit it, and just look at that stop again. Super save, but on the 10 count, it's a lovely hit. Remarkable hit from Sadat. Zooming straight to the bottom corner, and no Kotoko defender around to stop that ball. Cities are back in the game.
Indeed, truly they are back in the game, and they've been probing. Timely clearance preventing Kotoko from having an opportunity. Isaac Opong was lurking. So back in the game again they are, Lagos Cities. We saw them fight so very hard in the first half, and that's what gave them a lot of the ball possession opportunities. On by Kotoko this time. Spot on header is dealt with by Esu.
Yeah, lovely delivery. Straight into the head of the youngster, Sharakado. Again, he got the header on target. Esu was very alert. But it's a game of lesser strength. When you get all those opportunities with a yawning in the gaping net, you still can't hit the second goal. It means you're giving confidence for the opponent to come into the game, and then you see City's up and doing it, up in the game.
Brilliant work, and Maxwell Konedo gives them the thumbs up for fighting very hard to get themselves back into the game. Justice Blay, it's good to see him start a game. Of course, bouncing back from injury.
Yeah, he's been back-to-back games he started. Played in that game against Midiema. He's back here, started another game, and it's good to see him, like you said, but it's all about Legon Cities here and the character and the determination they put into the game. Surely Master Kuredu might have done something wonderful with that pep talk.
Yeah, well, couldn't agree with you more. It's only 52 minutes gone in the game. There's lots to play for. Kotoko 1, Legon Cities 1. Midweek encounter as we get closer to lowering the curtains as far as the break on the Ghana Premier League is concerned to make way for the FIFA World Cup. Yes, Augustine Japan. Strong tussle for the ball, and I must confess, Shadrach Ado has not let himself down. Appeals for the penalty there. Isaka in the thick of affairs for Legon Cities. Kotoko come forward again. This time it passes straight through, and again solid header from Mohamed. Legon Cities looking good since they got back into the game. Winning most of the 50-50 balls now as they come forward. Michel Otule's on the pass. Player goes down.
And suddenly, we have the intensity back.
I mean, it's good to see the intensity back. And Kotoko are putting the pressure on now. They definitely would want to go back into the lead. But will Legon Cities allow them? Throw into the visitors. It's a long one, Kofi Koji. An unfair challenge, and he's telling his colleagues to come forward.
Yeah, and so far, Kotoko have not lost a game after taking the lead so far in the Betpower Premier League this season.
They've been very, very consistent with at least getting a goal in the game, and since the season began, as you rightly said, they also have not failed to score in front of their vociferous home fans. But for Legon Cities, it's an opportunity to come forward now. They're going to be very careful with their build-up. Suleiman Mohamed finds Esu. Isaka is on the near side, and he'll help with building the attack. Michel Otu. He comes into the game with a lot of experience.
Yeah, he's the engine. Lots of experience under his boots. The former Olympics midfielder, showing how classy he is on the ball.
And the special on the defense of Kotoko. Atukwe picks up the pieces, but he needs support. Standing tall in front of him is Mubarak. Atukwe, what ideas does he have? Tries to go through, plays the 1-2. Oh! Eventual shots. Cannon off. Body of Augustine Japan and goes wide.
Yeah, lovely play again from Legon Cities here. Kotoko should be dealing with the ball. It's Mubarak here who lost that momentum, and it was Trudan Tuke who passed on it. Yeah, one-on-one is very tricky and very dangerous. You're not careful, you get yourself in trouble. He's waiting, he's thinking, he's just putting that pass, a lovely pass, trying to link up with Osebosu who hit it the last, and good block from Blade.
Corner kick to Legon Cities. It looks good. Asari stands tall as he waits for the corner kick. It's swung in nicely. Headed away, but not too far this time around. It's Frederick Asari to the rescue.
Yeah, Kotoko making silly mistakes at the back. Yeah, they got paid for it. Mubarak with that silly mistake. Yeah, very good header again from Justice Blade to get Kotoko out of trouble. Little pushing from behind from Suleiman as well.
There's Isaac Opon now for Kotoko. Attack looks active. George Ongba brings it back, but Legon Cities will pick up the pieces right away. Sprightly little run there from Edu. And again, it will be shepherded nicely by Sharif Mohammed. Fighting spirit of Legon City is clearly not died off. Kotoko now, let's see what options they have coming from the right. It's flicked on by Stephen Amankuna. Football control by Shadrach.
Yeah, really been impressed with his style of play, his movement. Shown a lot of mobility and agility.
That was a strong tackle there from Michel.
Yeah,
I beg your pardon. That's a strong tackle from Sagat.
very, very strong tackle on the young prodigy. Shadrach, lovely 10. Super skill from the youngster.
The reaction of Zaibo.
Yeah, and then was really a harsh challenge from Sadat Mohammed. I've loved that skill from the youngster. He's been so amazing today.
Free kick to Kotoko is a Japan. Bonsu heads out. Japan fancies his chances of dancing his way through the host of legs in defense for Legon City. It's looking good for them so far. George Infege into the 18-yard box. Isaac Opon brings it down nicely. He's brought down. Referee says, let the game flow.
Yeah, again, I thought he could have done better. He's looking for the penalty after going around the defender, Isaac Opon. Should be much more strong and take on the defender and show that power like we saw of Mukwela. But he's just, after turning the defender inside, he's just looking and waiting for the referee here. We look at it again, Infege with a cross, not a very good one. And here, just the moment he just had the ball, it went around the defender. But expect him to be much more stronger on the ball, Isaac Opon.
Yellow card show to just display, and this is the reason why.
Yeah, taking one for Kotoko that time, just display.
Legon Cities have a free kick. Alex Esso waiting patiently. The ball does not get to him. And Kotoko would turn defense into attack. Over the line it goes, throwing advantage to Legon Cities.
Yeah, he took his eye off the ball, Asman. But it's all because of the pressing and pressure from Legon City. The likes of Asu and Kofi Koji not giving the defense line any breathing space to control the ball and start an attack.
Long throw in once again. Bonsu with the ball. Legon Cities have players committed in the 18-yard box, but it's headed out by Kotoko. Doesn't go too far. The shot of a rebound. Kofi Koji goes up, doesn't get to the ball, and eventually is picked up by Kotoko as they fight to get themselves out of danger zone. Referee would give them the advantage. That challenge was from Kofi Koji.
Again, needless from Alex Asu. Could get himself booked. But good call from Marlon Gede. Saw a slight threat from behind on Enoch Morrison. Yeah, he's just telling them I'm in charge here. Yeah, just from behind, yeah, a little push from Kofi Koji on Morrison. That's what he saw and blew his whistle, but yeah, it was still going on in there.
Anyway, Kotoko coming forward. There's an opportunity on this side for them. It's looking good now. Deep cross, but headed out nicely by Bonsu. Try and walk away, but Stephen Amankuna has other ideas for Kotoko. Here's a Japan. Amankuna back to a Japan. Japan goes through, and that's some quick thinking now. And Enoch Morrison release a drive against the goal post. Kotoko are coming close, but this time it goes wide.
Yeah, Kotoko are unlucky. They are very unlucky. Morrison here does everything right. Shot of the tackle, hits it so well. Hit the post and bounced off the line. And still Kotoko were probing. Amankuna with a cross, and Ifege with a header. Missing target at Legon City. Will be thanking God.
What a delivery from Enoch Morrison.
Yeah, it was a thunderous strike.
From that left foot of his, Jonah Tukwe picks up the pieces now, picks it we've seen Morrison drive forward with that determination and that finesse. Hit it so well, hit the inside post and bounced off the line. Goalkeeper William Esso completely beaten.
Well, we're wondering during the first half the kind of role that Enoch Morrison was playing in Kotoko sitting deep in midfield. But again, opportunities come his way. He steps up to the plate and look at the delivery. Lagos Cities were saved by the goalpost. Kotoko come forward again, but it looks like the referee's whistle has already gone.
Yeah, what a game we are seeing in the second half. It's been very tactical for both teams.
Tough game without a doubt. Ball headed over the line. A strong defending now by Lagos Cities, but Kotoko obviously will push men forward. Opong has seen a lot of the ball since he came on. Justice Blay has been joining the attack. Mubarak threads one through there, but on this occasion, it yields to naught.
Yeah, a little bit of movement and changes up front for the Pokemon Warriors. And Fergie now leading the lines. And that's where Kotoko are causing a lot of problem to the City's defense.
But here they come forward once again. Lagos City's Kofi Koji get to the ball. It's a strong run and a battle royale for it there between himself and Sharif. Over the line it goes. Referee says the advantage should stay with the visitors.
Yeah, you see how strong he is, Kofi Koji, in the battle with Sharif, and Sharif needed to be much more determined to win the ball away for him.
Throw into Lagos Cities. And it's Bonsu again. With a long throw into the 18-yard box. It's headed out by Justice Blay. I believe it will be a corner kick.
Yeah, and this is what Blay has done perfectly well, winning all the aerial tussle. Always in a very good position to win that header. This time around, it came off the head of Sharif Mohammed.
Corner kick. Less than an hour left for these two teams to try and scramble that last ditched winner if they can. Corner kick effected against the defender from Jonah Tukwe. Bonsu goes in there but doesn't get to the ball early enough. Yes, in Feke. Justice Blay will join the attack as and when, but they give the ball away. Too sloppy if you ask, but Kotoko still have the advantage.
Yeah, they just need to keep it well compact in the middle. Kotoko, 1-2 pass, and they lose the momentum already. And that's why Cities have seen that they need to press them also from the back.
Free kick. Threaded long one in by Sharif. Morrison avoids the header, but now has firm control to the near side of Gaston Ejipon. Cleared from behind by Kofi Koji. Gaston goes back and fights for it. Kofi Koji goes down. Referee gives the free kick.
Yeah, good call. Very good call. Koji had won the ball cleanly and fairly. Yeah, he won it here.
And you could see a quick response from Gaston Ejipon.
Yeah, a little push from behind, a little shove from the back.
So Lagos City is still on top of their game. After getting the equalizer, they really haven't given up, have they? They come forward yet again through the middle. Appeals for the handball. Referee says the game should continue. Good decision. Kotoko now have the advantage. Looking for Isaac Opong, who at times is run well, but Lagos City have the opportunity. There's a long one in there through the middle. It looks good until the eventual clearance from Augustine Ejapon.
Again, quick play, very intelligent play from Cities. Kobedu hit the ball straight to the hand of Morrison, and the referee says, you hit it against him. There's nothing he could have done. The hand was in a natural position, but it was that cross looking for the run of Alex Esso that nearly did damage.
Long throw once again by Bonsu. Kotoko heads out and they need to clear their lines, and clear their lines they must, as they would want to turn defense into attack. Pushes forward now, Shadrach, and this Fege. George crosses on by Amankona. Opong was coming in strongly with a header.
Yeah, it's another good call from Mali Ngede. Upon late to that ball, will push Aqua. The referee saw that, but brilliant play from the Pokemon Warriors. Just look at the combination between Fege and Shadrach Ado. Amankona with a lovely delivery as well. Just not too close for Opong to pass on.
Missing the opportunity there. One of the bright spots for the Kotoko team this season, Isaac Opong, also known as Opong Neymar. Fresh substitution, fresh links coming on for Legon Cities. Crosstar Edu is coming on for Alex Esso.
Yeah, it's a like for a like type of a striker.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Edu, very physical, but very pacey as well.
Crosstar goes on. Michel Otu would also go off. Sylvester Saki will take his position.
Yeah, it's Nasiru who takes the position of Michel Otu.
And Abdul Rahman, who got a goal against Kotoko last season when the two sides met in Accra, finally makes an entry.
Yeah, these are quality players coming on, and nothing has changed for Cities. It's the same rhythm, the same momentum, and the same intelligent players coming on.
Let's see how effective this would be as we get into the last 22 minutes of the game. Referee noticed the handball advantage Kotoko. Oh, that's a strong one from behind.
Yeah, very cynical. Very, very dangerous tackle. And the reason why the Kotoko fans are really not happy with that challenge is because Neymar has been under the cosh. He's been under the knife so many times from last season to this season.
It's good to see him up and doing. That was a strong tackle there. Kofi Koji takes an early break. And Lagos Cities need to keep the ball firmly controlled on the ground. And here we go. Good turn. The defense of Kotoko working extra hard. That's a Chipong. Checks in nicely. Jonah Atuku is still fighting for it. Big clearance. Big clearance. And they're watching the offside trap very, very, very well.
Yeah, good defending in the end from Augustine Japan to shepherd the ball to touch away from the onrushing Roman.
Since the exit of John Tideku, we've not seen the exciting crosses from the left, but here's Jonah. Goes round one, goes round two, still has the ball, goes down in the process. Referee judges that to be very fair. It's now the turn of Kotoko to come forward. Stephen Amankona has timed his run well. Careful defending by Legon Cities. Enoch Morrison could be in trouble. The strong tackle on Isaka.
Yeah, and again, he can complain all he wants, but it is a dangerous tackle. He goes in with a it's a double leg tackle. And the referee saw those 2 feet going straight at the defender for Lagos Cities. That's why he's booked. It's very dangerous.
Very, very, very uncomfortable situation. The fans are booing the match officials.
Yeah, and not the fans alone. Say the Zebo, the head coach, is also really not happy. Having a word with the 4th referee, and the referee walking straight to him to give a stern warning.
The referee spoke French with him. Mali Ngede is in full control of this game. We're into the last 20 minutes, barring any time added on. It's 1 goal apiece. Kotoko have a lot of defending to do now. Ball is booted away. Now let's see how they take advantage of that. Lagos Cities will not give them the opportunity to do that. Jonah Atukwe fights and picks it up. Bonsu has made a run. Unfortunately, Atukwe's pass is too long.
Yeah, again, those two have been very daring in the second half. And Atukwe trying to link up again with Bonsu. Bonsu didn't get there in time, but lovely skill.
Good ball control. Bonsu once again. Flag is up. Lovely timed run there from Rahman, but a bit too strong. He took off too early.
Yeah, he will run at every given ball up front, Rahman.
Clash of two players. Kotoko's player comes off the worst.
Yeah, and again, Osebos will be a lucky person not to go into the books of the referee. Saw the arm strip to the head of Shadrack. We'll look at it again. Oh, okay. This is why he wasn't booked.
Yeah.
No arm around the head.
It's a long kicking. Goalkeeper has committed himself. He's beaten. Oh, cleared off the line. Just before the ball could make its way into the goalpost. Lagos Cities living dangerously and nearly paying for it.
Yeah, and it was a complete error from goalkeeper William Esu. You look at his stature, he should be dealing with that ball. But he misjudged the ball, got nowhere near the ball and nearly got punished. And the ball was cleared off the line. Brilliant defending from Suleiman.
Shadrack Ado goes off. He's played well. Congratulatory handshake from the coach. Boateng is on.
Guys, he's been super amazing. The young chap.
Injury worries to Esu. Not too sure why he went out so early for this cross.
Japan with the delivery, he should be going. He should be the first man to the ball, the goalkeeper, William Esu. But he got caught, misjudged the flight of the ball and was nearly beaten. Would have been a horrific mistake from the goalkeeper. That ball cleared off the line from Suleiman, who caused the penalty in the first half.
Indications are that Esu will be okay. I think he took a little bit of a bump, and which involved his right shoulder.
Yeah, in that situation, when the ball is float very, very high around the 80-yard box, I mean, he should be first to the ball. He should command with a lot more confidence. But he miscalculated the ball, the flight of the ball. He misjudged it, and then again, he got himself into trouble, lost momentum, and that ball nearly went into the back of the net.
A worried Seydou Zebo, head coach of Asante Kotoko. And you saw Mubarak also moving there, yes, trying to find out whether the problem has been solved so the game can continue. He's eager to put his team in winning ways. Mubarak. Still watching closely the dignitaries from the VIP box.
In the faces of those Kotoko legends, tells it, oh, they're not happy.
Well, there are bad days at the office, they should know that. It's Kotoko 1, Lagos Cities 1. And let's not take anything away from Lagos Cities. They fought very hard to keep themselves afloat in this game.
Yeah, especially in the second half, they came out all guns blazing and took the game to Kotoko, created some decent moments. But I'm sure Cities will be happy if the scoreline stays the same. They'll be very, very happy to go to Accra.
Well,
the point.
9-9 is coming off. 2-4 is coming on. So Bonsu will take a break for now, and it's the tall figure of Ni Jashi Bote Akwe who will continue.
That should tell you what Max Okuredo is looking to do. It's just bringing on Ni Jashi Bote to block the middle of the park. He doesn't want Kotoko to go through the middle. It will be a very tall brick of wall if you are good to go through the middle.
Chipon waiting patiently. It's a free kick advantage to Legon Cities. It's floated in. Asari comes out, deals with it. Nijashi. He wins the sympathy of the referee. You see him struggling to maintain possession with Isaac Opon.
Yeah, then again, you couldn't agree with the call from Marlin here. Again, it's spot on. It's Sadat in full control here. It was the earlier infringement he saw before he lost control of the ball, and that's why, you know, he gave it to Lagos Cities. But of course, the Kotoko players are not happy.
There's a tussle for the ball. I think the referee has decided that he should go to Kotoko. He needs to restore calm. He's called Morrison and a few of the Legon Cities players, especially crossed our ball, to have a talk with them.
Here, this is what he saw. Okay. This is the first one he saw before Opon made the challenge. Okay, so it is not the Opon challenge, but it's the first one made by Amankuna.
Yeah, referee was rightly close to the spot. Yes, Opon now. Finds Amankuna. Player goes down, referee says play on. Enoch Morrison threads one through, but is whacked away by Suleiman. And headed all the way back to goalkeeper for safety by Mubarak. Another long one coasting towards Legon City's territory. A push from behind, the referee saw that, and rightly so, an advantage to Kotoko.
Again, needless challenge from Aqua. He didn't need to do that. I mean, you consider a free kick on the edge of the penalty box, and it's increasingly going to put pressure on your defense line. Very unnecessary.
Aqua falls deep, and he's policing George Infege.
And again, Prince with his figure back against the wall, he's not going to turn and bring calamity onto the defense. So you just allow him to hold on to the ball and get cover at the back. But there he goes in with a lunging tackle, and it's a free kick.
Free kick advantage to Kotoko. Ejipon fancies his chances, so does Patrick Asma against the wall. And eventually headed out. It doesn't go too far. Kotoko have the opportunities. And straight away, Nijashi Bote solidifies his purpose and stands in the defense. Still in play, Ejipon eventually goes out. Advantage to stay with Kotoko. Throw must be rightly done. Again, it's not too happy.
Yeah, Kotoko in a hurry to get on with the game, but again, the referee wants it done at the right place. And Kotoko brought all this upon themselves. Should have killed off the game in the first half with those missed opportunities.
Legon Cities keep the ball among themselves. There's Atukwe. Good pass. He gets the return. Ball goes over the line. Advantage will stay with Legon Cities.
And this is where, when you're not careful, by being received the red card, I'm sure. Because they are eager, the Kotoko players, eager to get on with play, they are making some unnecessary tackles here. This one very unnecessary from Amankuna. And Lagos City would love to kill off the pace of the game and get their own, pace of the game and get that momentum they are looking for.
Well, they're gradually working on that. Atukwe goes down again. He was waiting for that return pass.
Japan booked again. I mean, many of the Kotoko players getting booked because they are getting really frustrated.
Augustine Japan this time. The culprit has been a game of cards. Free kick quickly effected by Isaka, finds his captain. Atukwe threads a pass through, gets a return. Can he send in a decent cross? Trying to twist and turn Amankuna inside out. This time around, Amankuna gets the advantage.
Yeah, this time around, he does well. He deals with the tricky nature of Atukwe. That Atukwe has been super amazing down the left side.
He's He's a fighter. He's one of the hogs for the hard-working midfield of Legon Cities. But here comes George Mfege. He will get a corner kick for his effort.
Yeah, again, lovely plays to drive from Mfege. He's just trying to create some space. Hit it so well. Took a deflection.
Let's see how Legon Cities deal with this pressure now. Kotoko have an opportunity. 9 minutes to the end of the game. It's 1 goal apiece. Corner kick is on. Clearly, there will be an infringement in favor of Legon Cities. Justice Blake.
And Blake is shocked. I mean, he knows he didn't go in with a foot. So he's shocked to see the City's defender in pain.
What a day at the office it has been for Maxwell Kunedo.
Yeah, we look at the delivery from Asma again, and Blair rushing in to connect that ball and crashed into the player. It's Roman.
Well, if not for anything, fans are very happy that Justice Blay is back to where he rightfully belongs. He's one of the most revered players in the Kotoko lineup. He's had battles with injury, but he's almost always come back strong. Esu. It's long, but Kotoko will deal with it. Midfield tussle not clear yet. Legon Cities will do everything to come forward, and of course making their stride as they do. Aqua needs to make a run back. Kotoko have the ball now. Through the middle, and then it's threaded to Amankuna. It hits behind his head, but it falls favorably, and then Legon Cities pick up the pieces. Good work by Japan. Morris. Once again, it's Legon Cities and an opportunity to come forward. Man gave the ball away. Now they fight for it and get it, and it's Atukwe who's been let loose. Sharif goes with him. Sends in a deep cross, it's good enough. Oh, the pass was threaded on nicely, but quick reactions from Asari. Won't take any prisoners, not now.
Yeah, again, shade of 4 passes from the Pokepan Warriors nearly costed them. Atuke will pass on it, lovely skill. Just when he threaded in that cross, Kobredu was just linking up Crosby. Didn't went to perfection.
The ball has been taken away from Ejipon. Satukwe, he wins the upper hand.
And this is what Cities have done to get back into the game. They really brought in the little petite, skillful Jonah Tukwe in the game. He's causing a lot of havoc down the left side.
2 coaches, obviously and clearly, they would want to see something, and that was inspirational. Goalkeeper had to stretch to his elastic limit, Frederick Asari, to deal with that. That is a corner kick advantage. I think that effort came from Costa.
Yeah, Costa, lovely play. He's seen the goalkeeper off his line. He's just curling that ball to the top corner. But goalkeeper, very alert, very athletic, with a fingertip save.
Scoring full marks on that occasion, no doubt about that, Frederick Asari.
And the last time he started for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, he kept a clean sheet. This time around, he's not going to go home with 1.
Corner kick, Legon Cities. Oh, the connection. The idea was good, but then the eventual delivery was not well worked out there. That was Moro. Kotoko 1. Legon Cities 1. 5 minutes to end proceedings here at the Baba Yara Stadium. Legon Cities came into this game lying 6th. Kotoko came into the game lying 2nd.
Yeah, I've been very worried with the form of Samuel Boateng and Steven Amankuna. 2 players who are not sure how good they are this season for the Pokepan Warriors.
Asma's cross, it comes to the near side. It's flicked on nicely, but easy clearance for Legon Cities. how they give the ball away. Kotoko will still go, but then they also do give the ball away.
Yeah, it's been a string of poor passes from the Pokemon Warriors in midfield. Can't just hold possession for a minute.
And that seems to be their bane. Legon City's riding on the threshold of making sure that they put players in open places. On that occasion, they just drifted away from them. Patrick Asma will initiate an attack with a throw-in. Fege heads on, but to be cleared out nicely out of danger zone by Mohamed. Free kick advantage, so says referee, quickly effected. Time obviously not on the part of both sides. Kotoko would want to leave the Babayara Stadium with 3 points. Mubarak. Oh, faulty pass. It's picked up by Aqua. Sadat Mohamed. And now it's gone to the far side. And Sadat once again. Kotoko being made to chase shadows at this time of the game as Legon come forward. That's a daring run. Player was tripped in the process. Referee says play on.
Just a lovely play. Initially, he did everything right. Kobenedu to go past 3 Kotoko players, but fell down when it matters most. Referee not.
Injury worries for Legon Cities. Meanwhile, they're also getting ready to bring on some fresh limbs. Let's see how this will pan for the visitors. Osman is coming on for Kobnedu. Kobnedu, we've seen the last action from him as he went down. There he goes.
Yeah, he's been excellent. He's played his part. Full of running, full of tricks. He gets onto the boys. Not very daring as well. I've been really impressed with his output.
So Osman gets a first feel of the ball, and the ball is taken away from him straight away. He fights for it. Referee says free kick advantage to Kotoko. Stephen Amankona has made a move into the 18-yard box as he awaits that. Connection from Fege doesn't go too far. Morrison threads it back. Blay hits one forward. Esu grabs nicely. No problems at all. And again, the impressive runs from Boateng non-existent in this game, and it's also dependent on how well tight-knitted the defense of Legon Cities has been, especially after they got back from the halftime break. Into the last minute now, we definitely would have some time of additional time added on. Here's Atukwe. Ball goes over the line. Throwing quickly affected. Kotoko in a haste to come forward. Enoch Morrison. Strong run there. Amankona would not be allowed to get to the ball. It's cleared out nicely by Legon Cities. Mubarak. Free kick. We have done 90 minutes of action. We're doing 6 minutes of time added on.
All right, 90 minutes of soccer action. Kumasi Asante Kotoko's 1, Legon Cities 1. A higher Cashes TV Plus and Waniguswa Oshet live stream matches Ghana Premier League week 7. And so China your glorious Accra has a folk and Tima your friend yes Accra Lions and boy the live streaming and so bet my brain mama has why I come into when you subscribe channel now you best also over subscribe channel there when I be answer to my camera now I come or not plus of 6 at that time, and I referred the Atosun young corner young head can you number. Subscribe to channel no now on the internet. Higher Cashes TV Plus Sports. And I'm when you ask it.
But Mohamed will allow the clearance. forward. Augustine. Well, the idea was good enough, but it lacked a lot of power. Also direction from Boateng's connection. So Esu will start an attack for Lagos City. He's not in a haste, is he? Really taking his time, and then thumps one downfield as Kotoko tried to come through. Augustine Japan with that cross. Boateng tried to do the quick U-turn header, but it didn't work to perfection. So Kotoko throw everything back at their opponents again. Suleiman Mohammed has stood tall. Enoch Morrison goes past one. He still has the ball. He sets up the pass. Kotoko looking good. Here is George Infege. Augustine to the far side now. Kotoko keep the ball to themselves, and that's good enough as they look for opportunities, increasing their chances coming forward. Injury worries for the strong man in defense for Lagos Cities, Suleiman Mohammed. He's played well today. Some heavy defending there by Lagos Cities, but it gets them out of danger zone, and on the other side of the field is Kotoko who would come forward. Long pass is being employed at this time. Oh, good play by Infege. Beats one, beats the second, but can't beat the third. Referee says that was an unfair challenge. Oh, the card is going to come out yet again, and Lagos Cities are in trouble. Nasiru Moru goes into the referee's box. There's a charged atmosphere down there, and you take a look at the reactions of the likes of Jonah Tukwe, Enoch Morrison. The direction is all hyper. As Infege came forward slowly but surely. It was a tackle that came from behind. The referee judged that to be very unfair from Nasiru. And he clipped Enoch Morrison in the process as well. Anyway, Kotoko have an opportunity coming forward. Here's Augustine Ejipon. Jonah Atukwe fights very hard, gets it and lays on the pass. He's good enough for Lagos Cities. But he obviously would need options as they come forward. Crosstar. All the way through and nearly beat goalkeeper Asari in the process. Quick anticipation. Oh, players brought down in the process. Pressure is on Kotoko. That was a lovely run by Crosstar. Edu into the 18-yard box, kept going forward. And that took a ricochet off Sharif. Oh, what a battle he's had today, Sharif Mohammed. One of the most consistent defenders for Kotoko this season. And again, there's cause for Enoch Morrison to complain. Meanwhile, it's that man who believes that, well, if I pick up a point here today, it's good enough. Maxwell Kunedu, that is. And that was that strong challenge. Giving Lagos Cities a free kick at this stage. Two-man wall formed by Kotoko. We've done 5 minutes of the 6th of time added on. Jonah Atukwe, almost a bundle of ideas anytime and every time. Let's see how this free kick will go. It's against the wall. And Kotoko will pick up the pieces as Amakuna clears out nicely for Kotoko. It's an opportunity as they come forward. Isaac Opon leaves the ball behind, but Kotoko still have it. Boateng. Oh, timely clearance. Had to put a foot in at the very last minute there. Suleiman, who's gone down again. It's about the third time in a couple of minutes that he's gone down. Maxwell Kunedu still organizing and rearranging their defense. Kotoko come up with an opportunity, but that is blocked nicely. 6 minutes of time added on we have done here at the Baba Yara Stadium. Kotoko coming forward. This is a last ditch effort by them. Legon City's head out. Referee judged that to be an unfair tackle. So it will be a free kick advantage to Legon Cities. Male Imgede is taking a look at his watch once. Legon Cities with a free kick. It's a very long one. Atukwe could not get to the ball early enough. Kotoko come forward with the ball. Stay in contention. Yes, it did. Recovered nicely. Legon City is living dangerously, nearly paying for it. Nita Shibote has to clear out. Good enough work by Legon Cities. Oh, they're playing confidently now, Legon Cities, as they come forward. Probing for what could be the winner. Good work done in defense by Kotoko. Free kick advantage it will be for the Porcupine Warriors. Could this be the last effort in the match? Mali has the whistle to his lips. Long ball head to go up. Jashi gets there first. George Infege holds on to the ball. Augustine has timed his run well. He goes through the middle. Yes, Enoch Morrison switches play to the far side. Asma, can he send in a decent cross? It's a battle for it, and eventually both players go down. Legon Cities have the advantage. Osman Amadou holding on his shoulder. The fans have started trooping out of the stadium. They want to believe it's done and dusted. Legon Cities came to the party. It's been a tough battle, but they've kept their heads above water. And this was that effort again from Kotoko on the far side. Patrick Asma, a one-on-one with Osman. Free kick advantage it will be. Mohamed Sadat, Suleiman Mohamed, Jonah Atukwe. It's been a very tough battle. And Mali Imgede Imreme believes that we've had enough. 6 minutes of time added on over.
All right, 90 minutes plus of 6 time added. Kumasi Asante Kotoko still drew with Legon Cities 1-1. Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium with Eli Makwala penalty goal Onyano on the 13th minute. NFA yes, Omutimeti Kano Legon Cities no be answer to me a kama na eye kama hon tie be kwada ekoti nsema coaches ni mienu bi ba beto dwa ba e de ka nyina beto am so high cash TV plus sports ya show so china Hasselhoff versus Accra Lions will be live right here on this channel. And subscribe channel no na only entina. Yeah, that's me ni Adam Abdul Kasiru. Ubet my friend Cashes.
Malim Gede started the half in earnest for these two sides, and the first opportunity came the way of Legon Cities. Kept probing. Goalkeeper went down, but they would fight. Yes, Edu who came forward, but Medu did well. Pass is set up, but again, pass was not read too well. Jonah Atukwe came close. Goalkeeper dealt with it once. Second opportunity by Aso, and the third opportunity, and eventually a ball cannon straight into the net. Sadat Mohammed registering his goal from that bullet of a drive, putting Legon Cities back on level pegging at this stage. 1 goal apiece. It's all glory for Legon Cities. They had worked so very hard to get that equalizing goal. Kotoko were put under pressure on many occasions. Mubarak failing to deal with this. Jonah Tukwe picked it up, but then he needed support as he came forward. Tried as much as possible to go through Mubarak, but that was not very influential enough. Kotoko on the other hand, it was George Mfege. Lifted it up through the middle. Opportunity on the far side. Isaac Apong failed to deal with it. Kotoko came forward. Enoch Morrison fancied his chances. A blast from the distance. The goal post just denied him a goal. Augustine Ejipon this time beaten by Jonah Atukwe. Jonah Atukwe came forward. It's been a man of a match performance by Jonah Atukwe, the captain of Legon Cities. This time the ball was taken away from him. Gaston Ejipon with those long crosses. And again, on this occasion, it was Suleiman Mohammed who read the lines very well after goalkeeper Esu was committed. In fact, he fancied his chances, but it was blocked. And Jonah Atukwe again tried to go around Sharif Mohammed. What a battle these two have had. Managed the cross on the far side, but Costa could not get to the ball early enough. But on this occasion, Costa had a full blast of it. Goalkeeper leapt up to the limits and dealt with it. Let's cross over now to pitch side as Prof. Judah Champong interacts with the head coaches.
Coach Masakuro, congrats. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
In the first half, your team seems to be behind in terms of chances created and everything in the game. But in the second half, everything changed. What changed? What did you tell your side?
I think our players gave too much respect to the Kotoko guys. And I believe that in the second half, they saw that they could go and win the game. That is what we spoke about. We told them we're not coming here to defend. We play our game no matter what. And that's what happened. We opened up and tried to, equalize and take the lead again. But it didn't come that way. Having said that, I must say that both teams played well. Both teams created chances. And I think a draw is a fair reflection of the game.
Truly happy with the performance of your boys. And it was a game that I'm sure you could have lost everything in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, they created a couple of chances which they couldn't take. We also had our moments, and it didn't happen for us. But that is football. Sometimes these things, it does happen, and we just only have to regroup, try to get your axes together and try to win the game. We came here to win. We didn't come to defend. We didn't come to sit back. Because that's how we've been playing all this while. And so if we try to, play well, our first block did so well, they got tired, we pulled them out, got new fresh legs to start and stop them from playing from their own half. That's what we did, and it nearly paid off.
Tactical brilliance from your technical men, but what does this 1 point give to your side going on in the Black Power Premier League?
Hey, a lot of the teams come here and they don't survive. 1 point here for Lagos City, I must say that is a very good result for us. And we only have to go home and try to beat BBNE in the last match before the break. Congratulations to my boys, and we keep pushing.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time. You couldn't win all 3 points. What actually went wrong with your side? I'm sure you knew you should have killed off the game in the first half.
Well, coach, merci pour votre temps. Aujourd'hui, vous n'avez pas eu les 3 points. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé mal? Ce que nous on a vu, c'est qu'à la première mi-temps, vous deviez gagner le match, mais ça n'a pas été comme ça. Quel est votre avis par rapport à ce match? Ok, merci, thank you, merci. Nous sommes dans un championnat. Nous n'avons pas perdu, nous avons pris 1 point. C'est très important. On voulait gagner ce match. But it's unfortunate type of opportunities we can utilize them.
Now, you created a lot of chances in the first half, but in the second half, you seem to have lost something in the game. You seem to have lost Mensa in the game, Nicolas Mensa, I mean.
Ouais, la première mi-temps, vous avez dominé, mais à la deuxième mi-temps, il reste qu'il y avait quelque chose qui était manqué. C'était le joueur qui est sorti là, ou bien qu'est-ce qui s'est passé dans la deuxième mi-temps? En deuxième mi-temps, nous avons perdu les 4 clés. Les 4 clés de l'équipe, à savoir Mukura,